Hey guys, welcome back to the Hopeless Dreamers channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a story time about my last ever Warped Tour experience. So it's the start of the day. It's like, well, basically the start of the day, and it's like 3 a.m. So I get up because like I have to, go to the bathroom, and I end up getting sick 2 times. And I don't know if I was just like nervously excited about Warped Tour or something, but that happened. So then it comes around and I'm laying in bed and 7 o'clock rolls around, which is when me and my best friend, who is your other uploader, planned to wake up for Warped Tour. So we woke up bright and early, very early. And so I'm sitting there, I'm just like, yeah, I threw up this morning. And she's like, oh, are you okay? I'm just like, yeah, I'm still gonna go because like it's the last Warped Tour, I'm not gonna miss it. She's like, okay, cool. So we leave the house around like 7:30 because my other friend had to be there early because she volunteered. So we got there, I think like 2 hours early. So we were standing in line for a really long time, which is where most of my money went to for buying things outside, which is probably a really bad idea, but I did. So we get to the venue and there's already a long line of people. And so we get there, get in our spot, my friend goes to her volunteer tent, and me and my best friend Jessica get in line, and it's already hot, really hot. So we stood there for like 2 hours. Some of the bands came out to like promote their set times, like Assuming We Survive came out, some people, Movements came out, and that's where I met Adrian from Assuming We Survive. It was really cool. A lot of bands came out, which I think is freaking fantastic. Like, who knows who you're gonna meet throughout the course of the day, because people just walk around like they're not famous. I'll show you what I wore. I wore this Pierce the Veil tank top and these shorts, which are pretty basic. I was already just like, I hope I'm okay to last at least through half of this day without feeling woozy or lightheaded. So we get into the venue, and the first people we see or encounter is Dakota Wint and Kyle David Hall. And for anyone who knows, I love Dakota Wint. He's my favorite, and I watch him all the time. I love him. And so we get there, I'm just like, Dakota, like I kind of freak out a little bit, and I almost cry, but I didn't. So like, good going me, high five. But so we get there, get a picture with them, and I told Dakota I was vlogging my Warped Tour experience, which you can find on my main channel. And he was like, you know, if you come back, I'll take over your vlog for a few minutes. I'm just like, okay, I'll come back later. So if you go watch that video and I say, okay, I'll come back later, that's who I was talking to. Me and Kyle took a picture together. I'll insert pictures. He's really, really nice. So is Dakota, he's a sweetheart. And oh my god, okay, so from there we went around all the tents. I also met Elton Cassidy. If I said that wrong, I am so sorry. But Uncle Elton from the Sam and Colby videos, I met him. He's amazing, super sweet, even though he had like a burn on his neck from shooting fireworks at each other. But he's really nice. After that, me and Jessica went around to all the tents trying to find anything about meet and greets for Water Park or for Mayday Parade, because our main priority was to go see Mayday Parade because my babies and her babies, because we both really love Mayday Parade and have been waiting to see them since we were 12. So we get in and go to a bunch of tents. We go to the Journeys tent and got some free stuff from them. So if you guys are going to Warped Tour this year, go to the Journeys tent and play their games. It's really fun. And then we go to Chris, Ryan, and Sierra, or Teddygram on Instagram, to see them at the Can You Hear Me tent. And mind you, I've already met Chris from last year. He's amazing, he's my fave. And Sierra and I have been talking on and off for a few months beforehand, and she's a sweetheart, she's my fave. And so we get there, I meet her. I'll probably insert the clip of me meeting her because it's really cute. Thing for you. I gave her this unicorn horn that my friend gave me, but I wasn't gonna wear it, and I thought someone who would actually wear it, so I gave it to her. And she said once I came back, because we went walking around for a while, because none of our bands played until later, which was the sucky part of this day, and I'll tell you why later. So we came back to their tent. We hung out there most of the day because Teddy was just like, hey, if you guys get bored, you can come back here if we're not busy. I was like, all right, bet. So like that's what we did most of the day, is we went back there and saw them. Shout out to Renegades for this shirt. It's my fave. They're my favorite people. Go listen to them. You won't regret it, I promise. Anyways, back to my story. Sierra came out, met me, we took pictures together. And me and Jessica went to go find the big blow up wall. Which was really hard to find because it wasn't in the same place as it was last year. So we were like running around with chickens like their heads are cut off. We finally found it and found out that Mayday Parade didn't play until like 5:30 at night. After that, we go chill. I actually went on like the little slip and slide thing that they have there, and it's really refreshing after you've been in the heat for 2 hours waiting for the show to start. Well, for the gates to open. By the way, I forgot to insert this, but there's this girl, I didn't get her name or anything, but once the gates were opening, I don't know if anyone else has heard about the whole TanaCon situation, but she was just like, it's TanaCon, and I just found that really funny. Don't get me wrong, Tana's cool, but like the whole TanaCon situation was messed up, and I think her saying that it was TanaCon made my day. It was pretty funny, not gonna lie. So we get there, get in, meet all of our favorite people, and then the heat gets bad. Like it was so hot, and the grounds of Warped Tour were all blacktop, so like black attracts heat. So we were there sitting for most of the time because wow, it was hot. But we also had the chance to meet Water Parks, and so we saw their set. Amazing, I love him so much. And after that, we went over to the tent that we were going to meet them at, and we were sitting under this other tent waiting for their meetup, and they just came out from like the back where all the buses are and just stood there meeting people. So I looked at Jessica, I was like, let's go meet them. Like they're right there, we don't have to wait for their meetup at the tent. So we went over there, met Austin and Jeff from Water Parks, and then she met Otto later, which was a real weird situation to meet someone. But Austin and Jeff are like the sweetest people ever. If you get a chance to meet them, please do. They're really sweet, and I'll insert their pictures now. And so Austin and Jeff, I actually got my best friend Nick, who made me these bracelets. I got her a video of Jeff saying hi to her, and like I think that's like a really nice thing because she loves him and she couldn't go to Warped Tour, so I felt like it was a good thing to do, to just add it in there, like, hey, my best friend really loves you, let's get her a video. So after we meet Austin and Otto, the heat starts to really affect me, as in I get really lightheaded and I couldn't stay that much longer. So we go to the first aid tent because I was just like, you know, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I don't know about her, but like I'm not okay. Like every time I opened my eyes or like stood up too long, I saw like the black dots in my eyes, which is not good. So I went over to the first aid tent with Jessica, and she said that the heat was starting to affect her too. Remind you, there was a heat advisory for Bonner Springs, Kansas this day, and the news people are just like, if you don't have to be outside, don't go outside. So I was already like, cool, I'm gonna die today of heat, so that's fun. So we get to the first aid tent, and I'm laying there, like I had my bag, I'm just like, you know what, I have to lay down. So like I lay down on my backpack that I took, and as I'm laying there, Palais Royale walks by me. literally everyone in Palais Royale just walks by. And in my head, that's Palais Royale. And then Spencer from Ice 9 Kills walks by, shirtless I may add, and he's, wow, A1, 10 out of 10, love that man. And then Motionless in White walks by while I'm laying there, and I'm just like, this is like the spot to be. Like, I'll just stay here for the rest of the time. Like, wow. But thankfully, the first aid tent had ice cold water. We put that in the little misting fan that we got, and I drank a lot of it because, wow. Because you can take water into the venue, but the water they serve is not that cold, which I don't know why they wouldn't just make ice water. But so I'm laying there. They keep asking me if I'm okay, if I'm gonna be okay, and in my head I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna be okay. I am tired. I'm already sore. It's hot. I want to go home. So I'm like laying there, and by the end of it, State Champs has already played their set. We almost met them, but we missed their meetup time because we were hanging out with Chris and Sierra, but that's fine. And then the main people we went to see, we didn't see because the heat was too much. I would have like fought through it, but at the point when I was laying down, I couldn't move because I was so tired and I was so hot, and just like my head, every time I even moved, it was like whirlpools of vision. And so after we were laying there for a minute, there's this hill that you have to walk up to get back to like the parking lot, which is a huge parking lot, I might add. So I was like, I'm gonna die going up this hill because like I'm not skinny, so you know, I'm fat. Do not attack me in the comments. I know I'm pretty, but besides the point. So we walk up this big hill. So I sit down at the top like, wow, that hill is so unnecessary. Why? And then we have to take the long walk back to my mom's car. And I get in the car, take off my shoes. I lean the chair back, well, the seat back. I'm just like, I am so tired. And I'm not saying I didn't have fun, because it was fun to meet water parks and all of my favorite people, which is, I was glad to do, but I'm still really sad that I missed May Day Parade because like they were already set up as we were leaving. So I was just like, dang, I hope they tour again because they just came out with their album, Sunnyland. So I hope they tour for it. And so once we get in the car, we're headed home. We go get some ice cream and some food. And then after that, I passed out for a good few hours. I woke up at like 9 p.m. and I was still exhausted, sunburnt, tired, probably really dehydrated. And so, yeah, that was my last Warped Tour experience. Was it wasn't good, it wasn't that bad, but it was okay. That's what my last Warped Tour experience was. Last year was amazing, but this year I should have been more prepared. But then again, it wasn't that hot last year. So anyways, that is it for this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if anyone is going to the remaining days of Warped Tour, stay hydrated. Oh my God, please. It is no joke. If you do not stay hydrated and eat something, then you're just gonna have a real bad day like me. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment about if you're going to Warped Tour, or if you went to Warped Tour in the past, how many years I've been doing it. All right, bye.